We are from Group I, want to explain you about adjective clause material. Before we got into the material explanation, I want to introduce my group members for you. The first one is me. Okay, let me to introduce myself. My name is Andika Christian Lubis. I am from Mathematics Study Program, Faculty of Mathematics and Natural Science of Sriwijaya University. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Narti from the 2020 class of Mathematics, comes from Group I.
Hi, my name is Sriwijaya University. I'm from Group E, Mathematics Study Program, Faculty Mathematics and Natural Science, Sriwijaya University.
My name is Ita Sarjani Haloho. I am from 2020 Math Department of Faculty Mathematics and Natural Science. I am from the I group.
Hello, my name is Lingling Dinia Putri.
Okay, we will divide our material into 5 parts. The first part is definition of adjective clause, which will be explained by Narti. And the second part is the function of adjective clause, which will be explained by Rizky. And the third part is the type of adjective clause, which will be explained by Ita. And the fourth part is the formula of adjective clause, which will be explained by me. And the last part is the example of adjective clause, which will be explained by Ling Ling. Okay, I think that's enough for introducing my group members. And about material, what will be explained for you soon. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Narti. Now I will discuss the definition of adjective clause. Isn't adjective clause the same as an ordinary adjective? Of course, it's different. The adjective clause is one of the more important parts or elements in English grammar because it is often used and plays a very important role in providing more detailed information a sentence, but in the form of spoken and written conversation. An adjective clause is a grammar which consists of two words, namely adjectives and clause. Adjective clause is used to describe noun or pronoun. In other words, an adjective clause is a collection of two or more words that have a subject and a verb acts as an adjective. Basically, this adjective clause is also called a relative clause, which a clause that can stand alone, or is called a dependent clause, which means that it must be juxtaposed with a noun or pronoun to form complex sentence. So, this adjective clause has several characteristics. Namely, it must have a subject and the verb must be combined with relative pronouns, namely who, whom, whose, that, which, and relative verbs consisting of where, when, and why. If you want to understand a conversation or text in English that already has a complex grammar, you need to really master how to use adjective clause parts. The position of an adjective clause always follows the noun or pronoun that is being described. In a sentence, the noun or pronoun it used can also function as the subject or object of the sentence. This material is actually quite complex because it is a sentence in a sentence. So, if you are wrong in determining the main subject and subject of the adjective clause sentence, then this has a potential to cause misunderstanding. Okay, that's the discussion from me. Thanks everyone. The next material will be explained by Rizky Wulandari Putri.
Thank you, Narti. I will continue our materi. Before, let me introduce myself. My name is Rizky Wulandari Putri. So, I will explain the function of the adjective clause. The first function of the adjective clause is as an subject. Whose usage use the word it, who, that, and also which. An example is the rainbow candy that was made of sugar. The second function of the adjective clause is as an object. Whose usage use the word who, that, and also which. An example is what is bag, which I want to buy. The last function of the adjective clause is as possessives. Whose usage use the word whose, just whose. An example is Doni, whose car has burned down. I think that's all. The next material will explain by Ita.
Thanks for Rizky. I will continue our material. First of all, my name is Ita Sarjani Haloho. I will explain for you about the types of adjective clause. Adjective clause is divided into two types. There are restrictive and non-restrictive. However, some people call it defining and non-defining. 1. Restrictive or defining. Restrictive adjective clause is an adjective clause that gives important information about nouns. A clause on restrictive can remove from a sentence. If the clauses are removed, then the meaning from a sentence can be changed. Restrictive is often referred to as essential clause, which use that pronoun and without use comma. It also describes non-specific noun and requires additional information. For the example, which that float on the surface should be removed before they decay. If that float on the surface removed, then the meaning from a sentence can be changed. 2. Non-restrictive or non-defining. Non-restrictive adjective clause is a clause that gives additional information, but is not really needed. A clause on non-restrictive can remove from a sentence. When this additional information removed, it doesn't change the meaning from a sentence. Non-restrictive is often refers to non-essential clause, which use comma before pronouns. Who, whom, and which can be used from this type, but which can't be used from this type. For the example, my car, which is very large, use too much gasoline. The next material is my friend.
Okay, thank you for Ita. Just explain the type of adjective clause. And I will continue our material. I will explain you about the formula of adjective clause. Okay guys, we need to know the formula of adjective clause is not too difficult to understand. If we know the concept, it will make you easy to understand. So I will tell you the concept. The first one is relative pronoun and the second one is relative adverb. What is the meaning of relative pronoun? Relative pronoun is pronouns are used to describe nouns, whether the nouns is living or non-living things. Example, I have two sentences. The first sentence is the girl is my friend. The first sentence is the girl is my friend. And the second sentence is she is wearing a blue hat. She is wearing a blue hat. So we can make a relative pronouns is the girl who, we can make underline under who. The girl who underline wearing a blue hat is my friend. The girl who wearing a blue hat is my friend. Why I say we must underline who? Because who describe the girl that the girl wearing a blue hat. I will repeat that again. Who describe the girl that the girl wearing a blue hat. Okay? I will repeat the sentence again once time. The first sentence is the girl is my friend. The second sentence is she is wearing a blue hat. So we can make a relative pronoun. The girl who wearing a blue hat is my friend. We underline who because who describe the girl that the girl wearing a blue hat. It's the concept, guys. The second concept is relative adverb. What is the meaning of relative adverb? Relative adverb is pronouns are used to describe non-describing time, place, and reason. The type of relative adverb is when, where, and why. When describe a time, where describe a place, and why describe a reason. Example, I have two sentences again. The first sentence is Bandung is the city. The second sentence is I was born there. So we can make the relative adverb is Bandung is the city where I was born. Bandung is the city where I was born. We can underline under where. Why? Because where describe that Bandung is a place. I will repeat that again. I have the sentence. The first sentence is Bandung is the city. The second sentence is I was born there. So we can make a relative adverb is Bandung is the city where I was born. Bandung is the city where I was born. We can underline under where because where describe that Bandung is a place. I just tell you about the concept, guys. And now I want to tell you about the formula of adjective clause. Something that you must know. The formula of adjective clause has two types. The first one is subject plus verb plus relative pronoun or relative adverb. The second one is relative pronoun or relative adverb as a subject plus verb. Example sentence for the first formula is I like the girl whom I met yesterday. I as a subject, like as a verb, the girl whom I met yesterday is a relative pronoun. And then example sentence for a second formula is he is the boy who took my book. He is the boy who as a relative pronoun and as a subject. If you want to know more examples, my friend Ling Ling will be explain you more.
Oh, my name is Ling Dinia Putri. I will continue the material. I will explain you about the example of adjective clause. Pronoun have four types. First, relative pronouns as subject. Second, relative pronouns as object. Third, relative pronoun as possessive. And fourth, relative adverb. Relative pronoun as subject. The conjunction who, we use who if the subject is a person. We use which if the subject is the non-person. And we use that if the subject non-person or example person. They see a man. He eats a fried chicken. Man and he is the same. Because the subject is a person, we use the conjunction who. So, we can write They see a man who eats a fried chicken. Example of non-person. We see a cat. It eats a fish. Cat and it is the same. Because the subject is non-person but animal, we use conjunction which. So we can write, we see a cat which eats a fish. Second, RPO, relative pronoun as object. The conjunction whom we use to person, which we use to non-person, and that we use to person or non-person. The example of person. Vina sees a boy. Azza loves him. Him refers to boy. So, him and boy is the same person. Because the object is a person, we use whom. So we can write, Vina sees a boy. Example of non-person. I see a dog. My sister looks after it. It refers to dog. So, it and dog is the same object. Because the object is the non-person but animal, we use which. So we can write, I see a dog which my sister looks after. Third, relative pronoun as possessive. We must use whose plus noun. Can use to person or non-person. The example, Bagas is in Makassar. Vina brings his book. Because we must use whose plus noun, noun in here is book. So we can write, Bagas whose book Vina brings is in Makassar. Relative adverb. The example, the garden is beautiful. I met my old friend there. Because the adverb of pledge, we use the conjunction where. So we can write, the garden